The Wilmington High School virtual commencement ceremony is sponsored in part by Sandy Stevens of Wilmington Pediatrics. Dr. Sandy Stevens has proudly served the Wilmington community since 1992 and sends her congratulations to the class of 2020. Wilmington Pediatrics is located at 500 Salem Street in Wilmington, Massachusetts.
Good morning. I would like to begin by welcoming you to our commencement exercises to honor the class of 2020. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate our seniors, soon to be WHS graduates. Our program this morning includes remarks from our school committee chairperson, our town manager, our superintendent of schools, and myself, followed by the presentation of our top honors from the class of 2020. But first, Kathleen McConaughey, president of the class of 2020, would like to address her class.
I was told to reflect on if I could handle everything senior year had awaiting me. I thought, how could I handle this all? Then I thought again to myself, if I want this, then I can have it. I continued doing the best I possibly could to end up standing here today with all my fellow classmates. I truly learned the definition of perseverance. I am not the only one with challenges and bumps in the road, but where would we be without them? We all have a path for the future, and I wish everyone the best and that they all find what makes them happy. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. From Winston Churchill. No matter what high school may have thrown at all of you, we have done it, we graduated, and that's just the first step. We have obviously had our circumstances. Imagine having the last few months of school taken away. No one could have expected this. From our first day of school, we all thought about our graduation, our prom, our senior week, and all of these things are expected. As we have been thrown many curveballs, it brings out the strength in all of us. We walked out of school that Wednesday with the thought that we would be back the next day. However, it's true, you never know when it's going to be the last time. One day you may feel regretful about the time you missed because it is truly important. In the blink of an eye, everything can change. There's a last time for everything. It's just unfortunate that ours had to come without warning. This is a huge milestone in all of our lives, filled with tons of stories and memories that we will have forever. We have endured not only good times, but the bad as well. We have gotten through it. What will it be like as the years go on? The class of 2020 will always be a special class, and we will never forget this year. Remember when we were all in kindergarten thinking of how big those seniors are and how we have so much time? However, the time has come, and we are all ready to move on to new things. Not everyone does this by themselves. It's important that we all have a support system, which is why I want to thank my family, especially my mom and dad, and all of my friends. I like to think that we all have a special connection, and it's refreshing to see a class have so many different types of people, with everyone being themselves. With that being said, I wanted to thank you guys for this past 12 years, and whenever you have arrived, and I hope you all find what you needed in the next chapter of your lives. Thank you.
Next, I would ask Mrs. Jennifer Bryson, chairperson of the Wilmington School Committee, to come up.
On behalf of the school committee, we would like to express our congratulations to you, the class of 2020. Like any graduation send-off, we'll share heartfelt messages, mandatory quotes, and hopefully make you smile. We know that this has not been the ending to your high school career that you envisioned, and for that we are so deeply sorry. But during this challenging time, we have witnessed your strength, resiliency, and ability to remain positive when week by week all that you would look forward to was modified, delayed, or canceled. It had me questioning, who is this senior class and what could we learn from them? I asked around and heard words like independent, collaborative, open-minded, open to feedback, caring, imaginative, inquisitive, brilliant, and overall hardworking. I'd like to add that you are flexible, positive seekers of solutions, and the strength of our community in these times. You have also been helpers. In times of great need, I've seen you come together to support one another, your teachers, and your community. M.J. Burns was reminded of this quote by Winston Churchill when thinking about all you have accomplished. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Steve and I were talking about the trials of this time period, but we also thought you'd like to hear about some of the gifts this unprecedented time has awarded you.
You will hear much today about the adversity you have faced, and rightly so. You've had a very different experience than any other graduating class in history. The things you've missed are tragic. I've always tried to live my life based on two quotes. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be." And the Greek philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." What they're both saying is that with every obstacle comes gifts. For instance, you are the first group of students in the history of Wilmington High to be able to attend math class in your underwear. No one before you can make that boast. I can think of a second gift, but it will be a while before you can use it. When I was growing up, my parents were able to tell me how easy I had it compared to their childhood. They had to walk 2 miles to school in the snow, uphill both ways. Don't tell my kids this, but I don't have anything like that to compare. What am I supposed to say to my kids? When I was your age, my phone was attached to the wall with a cord? It doesn't have the same effect. So your second gift is this. When your kids complain about having to use their off-brand hover boots to get to school instead of teleporting like the cool kids, you can honestly tell them how bad you had it. Please don't think I'm minimizing the struggles you've endured. I'm not. But finding the gifts and humor in any situation will help you persevere. And I know you will do just that. You will persevere through. You will make this a better world.
I am reminded that it is not the final weeks of senior year that define you, but the 13 years preceding this year. From your very first day at Boutwell or Wildwood, to your transition to the elementary school, intermediate, and then Wilmington Middle School, to your very last day at Wilmington High, you have made everyone in your path proud, grateful to know you, and you are leaving behind a lasting impact on your school and community. All of the school committee members share their congratulations as well. M.J. Burns asked me to share this quote by Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. Be aware that even before you have reached your ultimate professional destination, if you always strive for excellence, you should have a substantial impact on the world in which you live. Congratulations on your incredible achievements, and use your talents well. Use your degree to pursue goals and continue to improve the lives around you. Thank you for letting us walk this journey in your presence. We are the lucky ones.
Mr. Jeffrey Howell, Town Manager, would like to address the class of 2020.
To the graduating class of 2020, to School Superintendent Dr. Glenn Brand and members of the Wilmington School Committee, I am honored to offer a few remarks to the class of 2020 as you pass through this very special and important gateway into life after WHS. These ceremonies are, of course, referred to as commencements, a beginning, the start of something new and exciting. Your graduation represents academic achievement, attaining a greater level of maturity and responsibility, an opportunity to chart your course, and a chance to contribute to making the world a better place. And believe me, we need you to step up and make your mark. Help to reshape this space locally, regionally, and globally. My suggestion to each one of you is to find ways to be grateful and to spread that gratitude to others. You might ask, What is there to be grateful about right now? Your class prom was canceled. Your last year to make your mark and to do what you enjoyed, whether it be in the band, drama club, Rotary Interact, sports, and the myriad of other extracurricular activities that have been a part of you and part shaped you, in addition to the traditional graduation that you have witnessed brothers and sisters or friends go through, have been stripped away seemingly in a heartbeat. In fact, your young adults across the country and throughout the world are in similar circumstances. That is no consolation to you. And that is all true. While COVID-19 has spread throughout the world like a California wildfire and turned your world upside down, that does not take away from the fact that you are the graduating class of 2020. You earned your place here today, overcome the obstacles and disappointments, developed lasting friendships, and have been mentored by caring and dedicated teachers, coaches, and adults. This is your time, a time to celebrate, to look back on what you've done, and look forward on what you will do. These last 3 months have been anything but normal, but in spite of this, the glass is not half empty. It is, in fact, half full. Your mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, and extended family have been there over the years to pick you up when you have fallen, to give you a push and maybe a kick when you needed one, and to cheer you on and to simply listen. You have had the great fortune of growing up in a community that is number one when it comes to supporting its youth and caring for all. The thrill of the tilt-a-whirl at the July 4th celebration, the anticipation of candy treasures at the Horribles Parade and the Easter egg hunt, tree lighting with hot chocolate and carols on the town common, taking a dip in Silver Lake, or two-wheeling at the Pan Math Challenge Kids Ride at the middle school, the Special Olympics Games hosted at the high school, Tiny Tots, Little League, Pop Warner, cheerleading, and football, you name it. Wilmington loves its kids and looks out for its own. COVID-19, no doubt, shaped you in ways yet to be known. We are getting through this, and you are getting through this, and you will come out the other side a stronger person. You can use challenges like this one and the challenges you will face beyond high school to build resilience, the bounce-back effect. Challenges like exercise build strength and endurance. So as you continue to work through these unusual times and the triumphs and setbacks that will follow, ask yourself, what can I take away from this moment, this experience? Look for the rainbow in the storm. Ask yourself, as difficult as this has been for me, what can I be grateful for? Supportive parents, special friends, being able to get up out of the bed in the morning and just feel great? What can I be grateful for today? In short, embrace an attitude of gratitude and pay that gratitude forward. Donate some of your time and talents to those who might be struggling and less fortunate. Take time to be a friend and support those who have supported you. Find something that needs fixing, a problem that needs solving, and help others, and as the Nike slogan goes, just do it. Well, you have not had the traditional graduation that those before you have had. Think about the stories you can tell your kids and grandkids. Well, young laddies, you shouldn't complain, because back in 20, when I graduated from Wilmington High School, we had this thing called a pandemic. No, not the game, but the real deal. It was called the coronavirus. No, it had nothing to do with the Mexican beer. It was a virus that swept the country. Toilet paper was like gold. Finding disinfectant wipes was like winning the lottery. We learned that masks weren't just for bank robbers because we all had to wear them. And everything went virtual to another level. Only virtual meetings, virtual medical appointments, virtual hugs, and virtual high fives were all that was allowed. School shut down in March. Even school went virtual. Being out of school those last 3 months, as great as it sounds, really wasn't all that great. No after-school activities, no proms, a virtual graduation, no big family grad parties. It was crazy. Those were the days. But your parents had to work from home, our parents had to work from home, and your aunt and uncle came home from college early so that we had more time together. It could get a little annoying from time to time, but at the end of the day, it was a great situation. We got together with friends, although at that time there was something called socially distancing, but it still worked, and we managed. So at this point, congratulations to all of you, the graduating class of 2020. You have left your mark on your hometown. Now take that Wildcat pride and make your mark on the world. Best wishes for good health, close family ties, and the great success on your terms. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Greg Bendel, and on behalf of the Wilmington Board of Selectmen and all the residents of our town, I want to congratulate the class of 2020. We are extremely proud of each and every one of you. Over the past 4 years, you've achieved great academic success and given our community so many reasons to come together. Whether it was cheering you on the athletic fields, gathering to watch you perform in the arts, or listening to your outstanding musical talents, you have given us many moments to celebrate. You may not know this, but you've already made our community stronger. For this, we thank you. You have inspired all of us with your resilience during these challenging times. The end of your high school career has been very different than most of ours. Despite being faced with so many unknowns, you've persevered. On top of dealing with remote learning and being away from your classmates and friends, some of you have been asked to work or take care of your siblings while your parents have worked on the front lines. You've quickly learned to multitask and balance home and school life, along with all the other demands that come with being a teenager. All of these are more reason for us to have the utmost confidence that you are ready to take on the world. You've been tested, you've faced adversity, yet nothing has slowed you down. You've proven that the sky's the limit for the class of 2020. So whether you're off to college or starting your career in the workforce, we wish you the very best of luck in your next chapter. And a special thank you to those who have chosen to serve our nation in the military. No one gets anywhere in life by going it alone. So take a moment to thank your parents, your teachers, and your coaches, and anyone that helped you along the way. And the best way that you can show your appreciation to them is to continue to succeed, lead by example, and give back to someone in your life as you move forward. So go out, travel the world, reach for the stars. But remember, there's no place like home. So be sure to come back, visit us, share your successes, and know wherever life takes you, you will always be a part of our community. Once again, congratulations and good luck.
And now Dr. Glenn Brand, our superintendent of schools, has some remarks for our class.
Greetings to our class of 2020. It is my privilege to serve here in Wilmington as the superintendent of schools. It is my pleasure to have this opportunity to say a few words to members of our class of 2020 on your tremendous accomplishments. Of course, like all of those that will be also sharing their remarks with you, it would have been much preferred to have had the opportunity to have done this in person in the Wilmington High School gymnasium. But alas, this is not to be this year. Last year, in my address to the class of 2019, I commented on the wonderful journey that I had throughout my course of last year, the first in the district, in realizing the immense pride and what it means to be a Wildcat. It is impressive, and the spirit of what our schools mean to this community is most certainly contagious. Despite these trying times associated with this health crisis we all find ourselves in, this is no more truer now than it has ever been before. The resilience that all of you and your classmates and our staff have shown these last few months has truly been incredible. And as you formally bring this year to a close, I know that you are proud of your time at Wilmington High School, and we are proud of you, every single one of you. The last few months have pressed on all of us in ways that have been difficult and challenging. In some ways, it has been a test that reminds us that the world which surrounds us is always bigger than we are in it. And in some respects, it also reminds us of the daunting reality that we hold only a temporary place in the midst that we will most certainly face challenges and adversity along the way. But as I reflect upon what these challenges have confronted us with, I also can't help but draw a through line to the values that we now embrace as a school system. For I believe that they are truly important and can serve us well. Hopefully you know and have heard about the Wildcat Circle of Values. that includes community, inclusivity, respect, collaboration, learning, and engagement. In many ways, I truly believe that these values speak to the success that have afforded each of us the opportunity to continue to beat this situation before us. And in fact, I think, hold the opportunity to help us through adversity or obstacles that will surely come your way in the future. I'd ask that you just think about these for a moment. Community is certainly the dedication towards ensuring that we keep close to our hearts the consideration of all of those around us. Within the current situation, there are endless examples in which the strong sense of Wilmington community has risen up to take care of those in need. Inclusivity. COVID-19 has reminded us for the need to be united and together, knowing that those more vulnerable need our assistance, that in times of challenge, we owe it to ourselves and to the members around us to take care of them just as we would our family. Respect. Respect this crisis we have come to certainly take, and it would seem to me has given us great cause to respect people and the things most important during these times. To the respect that we have come to hold for our experts in the field, our healthcare providers, our first responders, and those themselves perhaps struggling. Collaboration. Getting through turmoil, difficulty, and challenges requires working closely together with those near and far, and it's always the best course of action in order to achieve success. And finally, learning engagement. Understanding how we can succeed in beating this virus has required us to learn from our experts and our healthcare providers that there is also wisdom out there that sometimes we need to seek in order to come adversity. Despite the fact that this time does not quite resemble what you had envisioned for your graduation, it should remind each of you that sometimes in life, unfortunately, things don't work out as we had planned. You will indeed find many a times in your life ahead that will require such adaptation or flexibility. But I believe that if you remain committed to these things, being adaptable and exploring alternatives, you will be successful. As you prepare to move on, wherever that might be, I do hope that you take as many pieces of the Wilmington Wildcat spirit with you, including as many little pieces of our circle of values. I am confident that the preparation that all of your amazing teachers have given you will help in your next step, and they will serve you well, and will allow you to face head-on the very next challenge before you. As the words of physicist Marie Curie once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood." Now, not is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. May you find great success in your years ahead. Take joy in both the little and big things that you've experienced, and may you have great health and happiness, while always seeking to understand more about yourself and the world around you each day. Good luck, and congratulations, Class of 2020.
Good morning. To address you virtually certainly leaves a lot to be desired. No blue and white in front of me, no beautiful faces to look at. But so it is. We have all had to accept some things. We have all had to adjust, to modify, to make the best of this challenge. Regardless of where I am and where you are, I am honored to have this opportunity to address you. There are many heroes out there today, and many among us within our WHS community. Parents who have not only adjusted to a new normal in their households, but who have become teachers, counselors, and everything else they are needed to be to hold things together. Teachers who have Zoomed to teach, who have found every way possible to connect and show their love for their students, while trying to maintain some semblance of learning. Our district leaders, who have spent countless hours to direct us as we closed our buildings, and guided us to open our hearts to continue to keep school open. And you, our seniors, you are my heroes. You who have had so much taken from you, but who have not just survived, but have thrived. You have found the way to reshape those puzzle pieces of life and make them fit and to create a special end to your high school career. The end of your school journey that started with Ninja and Barbie lunchboxes and backpacks is here. you are graduating from high school. You have heard many times, even long before this pandemic, that life is full of the unexpected. Many times in my life, which is decades longer than yours, I have faced something unexpected. But this time, it is different. This time, it is more than just about me and my life changing. It is about the lives of everyone, and I mean everyone, changing all at once and very abruptly. You may be asking yourselves, how do we move on? When will I feel that I have a purpose when I wake up every morning? When will my emotions stabilize so that I am not going from tears to laughter all day long, every day? When will I stop feeling so helpless because I am so distant from the people I care about and can't see every day? When will I be able to hug and be hugged? I do wish I had the answers for you and for me. Life, yes, it can be difficult, filled with twists and turns, filled with highs and lows, filled with laughter and tears. No matter what, never take it for granted. Life is so precious, every year, every day, every moment, always. Life is filled with many beautiful moments, each becoming a treasured memory. For me, those moments have been blessed with family, friends, and my 4 years with you. I have had so many wonderful opportunities to witness your accomplishments, the thoughtful class discussions that I have observed, the impressive presentations, participating in the murder mystery investigations, the outstanding music and drama performances, your photos, amazing artwork, decorated ceiling tiles, your perseverance, your resilience, your courage, your determination, and many times your kindness. I guess every time I look back on the moments that have passed, I realize how precious life is. Don't wait too long to look back and cherish those moments. Make those moments count. Well, you are here, ending a journey but beginning another, following different paths, pursuing different goals, making different choices. Life is full of these endings that lead to beginnings. Throughout this journey, you have been empowered not only by your knowledge, but by your kindness, your ability to engage your hearts as well as your minds. You have the right to be the best that you can be, and no one and nothing, not even a pandemic, can take that away from you. You have the right to take life on with heart, with grace, with confidence, with courage, and with goodness. Have faith in the world. Challenge those who only see through the eyes of cynicism and negativity. There is good in everything. Find it. You deserve good. There are so many things I could say that may sound inspiring and full of advice, but I want you to remember it is that you truly matter to us, that you have made a difference in our lives, and that we are honored to share this time with you. Thank you for making me want to be a better principal, a better person. Thank you for the smiles, the fun, and everything that the class of 2020 has filled my days with. You have left the building, but you will never leave our hearts. Be happy, be strong. Thank you. I would now like to present our top seniors of the class of 2020, starting with our class essayist, Mansi Takar.
Elon Musk once said, "You want to have a future where expecting things to be better, not one where expecting things to be worse." I think this quote really applies to us today. We may not be having the graduation we wanted, and we may feel like things are at the worst, but even if they are, they can only get better. In 9th grade, most of us hated being little freshmen and craved some type of seniority, and just like that, we were sophomores. In sophomore year, we sat at our desks days before the dreaded sophomore research paper was due, wondering how we were going to write our 5-page essays staring at our blank screens. Not long after that, it was junior year. We all groaned at the fact that we had to take the SATs, but that passed too. Senior year, we just wanted to be done, and now we are. We may not be celebrating in the way we wanted, but like all things, we should expect better. Because things will get better. Because we are destined for greatness. Because we are strong, resilient students and people. We have gained so much potential throughout the years, and I would like to thank our parents, as well as the staff and teachers in Wilmington for helping us do so. Without all your support, we wouldn't be standing here or sitting at home watching this today. I know that without many of the staff, a lot of us students would have struggled a great deal. Not only have you taught us academically, but you have also taught us valuable life lessons, like how at the end of the day, you need to be happy with yourself, regardless of what others think. We thank you for being our friends and for helping to make us the resilient and powerful people we are today. We will move forward carrying the lessons you taught us. And to all my classmates, who have had many turbulent days, but we have successfully created our 4-year legacy. Now it's time to make our footprints in the real world. I ask that as we step foot into our futures, to do what you love and what brings you joy. Thank you.
Our next honor is for our salutatorian, Evelyn Miller-Nuzzo.
I don't want to spend this whole speech addressing the elephant in the room. It goes without saying that this is not what any of us expected or hoped for. I want to talk about what we did do and what we did accomplish, because these past few months do not define or erase our experiences at Wilmington High School. We will remember so much more when we reflect on our time here. I'm going to remember all of the races I ran. I'll remember every performance that my talented drama club friends put on. I'll remember my AP Spanish class, and I'll remember laughing until I cry at lunch. Maybe you'll remember competing in DECA or band camp or winning the league championship or dressing up for Spirit Week. We all had incredible moments during high school. We made years and years of memories in this town long before COVID-19 was in our vocabulary, more memories than I can fit in a 2-minute speech. Not only did we persist through the struggles that every student and every kid faces, but we persisted through these inconceivable circumstances. I won't deny that we have lost much of what we were looking forward to. But I also won't accept a label as the class of 2020, the one that had everything canceled, because we are the class of 2020, the one that persisted. We can't celebrate in person today, but I am confident that we'll remember more than just this. I'm confident we'll meet again in Wilmington High School, and we'll be able to look back with a smile. Thank you to all the amazing teachers, classmates, and families and friends who have helped us along the way, and congratulations, Wildcats.
And our valedictorian for the class of 2020, Sukathram Sivakumar.
I'd like to start off this speech by taking a moment and thanking everyone who's helped me along this path. My family, the staff at our school, and my fellow graduates. To my family, thank you for always supporting me and being by my side. There were times where I wanted to give up, but ultimately it were your words that helped me pull through. To the staff, I can't thank you enough for all the lessons you've taught me, whether it be from teachers, school counselors, or principals. And to my fellow graduates, we've come a long way since freshman year. Thank you for the memories and experiences that we will always share. Over the last 4 years at Wilmington High School, we've learned many things. We've been taught how to solve for X, how to analyze Shakespeare, but most importantly, how to function off 4 hours of sleep. I can't tell you how many late nights I've had to cram for a test. But as I was writing this speech, I tried to include a healthy balance between a couple of jokes and being serious. But then I realized that in normal speech, the audience would usually laugh after the speaker makes a joke. Since this is all virtual, it's just going to be me staring at the camera awkwardly after every single joke. So be ready. Graduation is a significant step in our lives. It's that first leap of faith we take into becoming adults. This rite of passage represents the difficulties, but also the opportunities that we will face. Typically, we would have the luxury of slowly accepting our new path. But this year, on March 12th, we were suddenly told that we wouldn't have any school. Eventually, this turned into 2 weeks, and then 4 weeks, and then the rest of the school year. Although this was disheartening at first, I tried to look at the bright side of things. For years, our parents have told us that they had to walk miles just to get to school. But now, we have a better excuse for our children. We can tell them that we still have to learn in the midst of a global pandemic. But in all seriousness, although this isn't what we wanted, I still think it serves as a testament to the class of 2020. We've been able to face a challenge like no other class. Together, we have been able to make a difference in our community. Even during these tough times, we've been able to come together and at least have this virtual graduation. And once we defeat this virus together, we all have our future to look towards. I, for one, am very excited to do something, anything else, other than binge watch whatever new TV show they have on Netflix. As a final thought, I'd like to leave you all with a quote from a well-known CEO, Steve Jobs. He said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. I could stand here and tell you that life is perfect. Everything works out the way it should. But that's not true, and I'd be lying to you. In life, not everything works out. Not everything goes as planned. But that's okay. Because this class is resilient. We have persevered through unseen circumstances, and we have made it here today. We are a living proof of dedication and a commitment to excellence. I know that every single one of us graduates has the power and potential to shape and impact the world. In these next few years, be the best. Be outstanding. But most importantly, be yourself. Congratulations, class of 2020. We made it.
The Wilmington High School virtual commencement ceremony is sponsored in part by Sandy Stevens of Wilmington Pediatrics. Dr. Sandy Stevens has proudly served the Wilmington community since 1992 and sends her congratulations to the class of 2020. Wilmington Pediatrics is located at 500 Salem Street in Wilmington, Massachusetts. The Wilmington High School Virtual Awards Night and Commencement Ceremony are brought to you by Wilmington Community Television, a nonprofit television studio serving the town of Wilmington. We're proud to support the students of Wilmington by offering after-school and weekend programs and covering all of the big school events. If you've ever enjoyed a broadcast of a band or a choir concert or high school sporting event, WCTV made that possible. Our success is dependent on support from viewers like you. Thank you for watching Wilmington Community Television.
I would like to thank everyone at WCTV for making this possible. They have been so supportive and accommodating with helping all of us to provide you with a graduation program. Thank you to our parents and seniors. You are our strength. Happy graduation to the class of 2020.
The Wilmington High School virtual commencement ceremony is sponsored in part by Sandy Stevens of Wilmington Pediatrics. Dr. Sandy Stevens has proudly served the Wilmington community since 1992 and sends her congratulations to the class of 2020. Wilmington Pediatrics is located at 500 Salem Street in Wilmington, Massachusetts. The Wilmington High School Virtual Awards Night and Commencement Ceremony are brought to you by Wilmington Community Television, a nonprofit television studio serving the town of Wilmington. We're proud to support the students of Wilmington by offering after-school and weekend programs and covering all of the big school events. If you've ever enjoyed a broadcast of a band or a choir concert or a high school sporting event, WCTV made that possible. Our success is dependent on support from viewers like you. Thank you for watching Wilmington Community Television.